Welcome from the Feed the Future Innovation Lab for Livestock Systems. This training module will explain how to develop training manuals that are designed for use by trainers. This video is the 6th in the series on how to develop a training of trainers manual. In the last video, the objective was to align subject matter content with learning objectives. By the end of this video, you will be able to develop a session plan for a training need. Once our evaluations and content matter are aligned with the objectives, we can develop session plans with instructions on how to best teach the information. A session plan is often also called a lesson plan or an activity plan. For this presentation, we will use the term session plan, and we will treat each activity as a separate plan. These session plans are aggregated into the Training of Trainers manual. A quality session plan will include several specific components. First is the name of the activity and the estimated amount of time that it would take to conduct the activity. Each session plan should have a description of the objectives that are covered. Oftentimes, a training manual will have multiple session plans that have the same objective. This is to be expected, as there may be more than one way to teach the materials. Next, the target audience should be identified. This will help a trainer to determine the complexity of a session plan and the appropriateness for various audiences. Next is a list of materials. In this example of a seasonal calendar, this would include butcher or flip chart paper, markers, and masking tape. It is also helpful to include any necessary preparation, such as any materials that need to be created before the training. Next is a step-by-step explanation of the instructional process. In this example, we see that participants are divided into groups of 4 to 6. They are provided with paper and markers, and then there is a set of instructions provided to the participants. It is also helpful to include discussion points on the activity. This can be suggestions for discussion or explicit questions to help guide the instructor and the participants in processing the activity. It is also helpful to provide instructions on how the activity could be adapted. In this example, there are 3 suggestions or adaptations, including assigning events a specific color, providing pictures to participants that they can use rather than drawing, and dividing the group by gender to see if there are differences in how men and women would respond to a calendaring activity. Now for a brief review. Which of the following session plan components are suggested to be included in a high-quality Training of Trainers manual? A. The amount of time needed for the activity. B. A list of materials. C. A step-by-step explanation of the process. D. The learning objectives. E. Discussion points and/or prompts. Or F. All of the above. The correct answer is F. All of these components are suggested to be included in a high-quality Training of Trainers manual. Please continue to the next video in this series, Developing Agendas.